I'm very pleased to hear the reaction from the Court of Appeal, but I think that there is a serious point that needs to be made, which is that the judgment to me says that clearly there are ministers who have breached the law in the decisions that they have made about sales of arms to Saudi Arabia in these circumstances. And I think we need to look very carefully as to who it was that made those decisions and why they did. I think that we need to either have a parliamentary inquiry or a public inquiry into it. This is a very serious matter. We need to make sure that when we sell our arms, we don't sell arms to countries that will use it for internal repression or for killing civilians in other countries, which is what has happened. I think that if the government look properly at arms sales and look at applying the law in a proper way, they will no longer sell arms to Saudi Arabia that can be used in Yemen. Because, frankly, we are witnessing breaches of the international humanitarian law in the way in which Saudi Arabia is using our arms. What the government should do is that they should pause and they should stop selling arms to Saudi that can be used in Yemen. And they need to look very carefully and apply the law properly, because they have not been doing so until now, and it has been illegal what they have been doing until now, and that's what the court has said. And I think that we need to have a proper inquiry and hold those to account who have been making these decisions in breach of the law. Well, of course the government is going to appeal this decision, but frankly the government is wrong. And if this appeal is going to take a long time, what are they going to do? Are they going to continue to sell arms to Saudi Arabia? Is it going to be our bombs that will continue to rain down on the heads of civilians in Yemen? If so, that's wrong. They should stop. I think that Saudis know that in terms of the rhetoric, in terms of what it is that the government has been saying, they have been saying that they are very concerned about the way in which the Saudis have been behaving. They claim that they are a brake on Saudi behaviour, but we have not seen any evidence of that. If we stop selling them the bombs, if we stop selling them the planes, that will have an impact on Saudi and on what Saudi can do in Yemen, because we are one of the main exporters of arms to Saudi Arabia, and frankly we can't make bombs fast enough for them. So it'll be a big blow, of course it will be. But we've been friends with Saudi Arabia for a long time. We will always be friends with Saudi Arabia, but we have to be really good friends, which means friends tell the truth. You don't pull your punches, and you make it clear that what they have been doing in Yemen has been wrong, continues to be wrong, and we will no longer give them the arms to do it. His official position is that given the judgment today, we have this conclusion from the court that ministers have been acting illegally until now by allowing these arms to be sold to Saudi Arabia. We need to have a proper parliamentary or public inquiry to look into the culpability of individual ministers, and that of course includes the Foreign Secretary now, Jeremy Hunt, and the previous Foreign Secretary, Boris Johnson, both of whom may be the next Prime Minister. We need to know the sort of men who may be leading our country in future.